Hi. So, yesterday I was putting in the carpets, and I figured out something. This building is way too small, and there's a reason for that. I didn't make it as big as it was supposed to be. So, we're gonna go and do that today. Um, we're at least gonna, finish the floor here and, um, do the floor up top. And then that's the problem. I think I gotta raise the second floor because technically where the where this is would not be the floor, I guess. Except for I already made it be the floor, so I don't know. But anyway, okay, so like what I'm trying to say is that like this is the floor, but technically it would be like this. So how are we going to work that out? Because upstairs needs carpet too. Anyway, so we will go and figure that out, and then after we do all this, it's we can figure out where the college is, because college is supposed to be the turnoff for the college is supposed to be just past the military base, and I haven't figured it out yet. So I found out that certain days don't have a video, or like right now I've got every day except for Halloween figured out for a video. I'm probably gonna end up having to go and do I'm probably gonna have to go and do something like have have Forza or something like that in there, but but like also put, I don't know, something. I want to put something Halloweenish in there. Like maybe even if it's the video I made. Oh, I don't know if I have that. I had a video where we went to Home Depot or Lowe's and the local hardware stores, in case you don't know what they are. Um, and they had Halloween decorations up, and you can press the certain button and make it, make the noise it's supposed to make, and even if it's something like that, as long as it's Halloween, I can actually do that on my own if I wanted to. Actually go out of the house. Oh my goodness. I don't go out of the house that much. Like I do when we're needing to go grocery shopping. And when we go to when I go to photo club, but I don't get out of the house very much. So when I don't get out of the house very much, I get people claustrophobia. There's like too many people around. It's not okay. But on the other hand, you know, the people in our city drive me nuts, so it's like, I don't know, is it really a bad thing? Okay, anyway, but, you know, if I wasn't, I mean, if I was out of the house all the time, I wouldn't get to talk to all of you, so. You know, because I do most of my streaming from the, you know, I play the game on the Xbox and I stream it. You know, I stream it at the same time on Twitch, and then I, it's a little bit of pirate magic here. This is called a light block, if you don't know. And technically, yeah, I could go, like, you know, do this the hard way, but that doesn't make for very good videos, I don't think. So, there. So now we've got 1, 2, 3 rooms done. We're trying for 5, and then we're gonna have a waiting room, and somewhere in there we're gonna have a oh, maybe on the other side. I don't know. But anyway, somewhere in here we're gonna have a eating area. We're gonna put in a that thing, elevator. I get to streaming and I'm like, what word am I supposed to use? Sometimes. See, it's nice light, Britta. I mean, nice light. Lit up, you know, looks nice. Over here it's all dark and spooky because it doesn't have lights. I don't know if there's a difference between the, you know, I don't know if there's a difference between having the having the redstone lights or the light blocks, but I mean, I know there's differences, like you can actually turn the redstone lights off, but I'm saying, like, you know, with computing power, you know, how much of a difference there is. You know, like, is it the same? Am I gonna have to rebuild this in 4 years? Or is it, well, we may have a new Xbox by then, so, you know, I don't know what the big deal is. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go and raise this, because otherwise we have a cement floor, and that's gonna hurt people. So, let's go see how much we can extend this building. We've got to go to the actual mansion, because, hold on, can't see it from here. So, that hotel over there, and this hospital over here, it's only going to be 2 stories. Technically, if I wanted to make it as high as as one of the hospitals I base that on. If I wanted to go and make it as high as that, then it would be 7 floors. And for some reason, okay, I don't know why they do this, but for some reason, the pregnant women, the babies are born on the 7th floor. Or at least were at one point. I'm like, whoa. So I think it was my daughter was delivered by Dr. Green, and I think my daughter was. I think I think I was delivered by Dr. Green, and then I think my daughter was. But I don't know if it's the same Dr. Green. But yeah. And we believe, we're not entirely sure, that I had the flu or something like that when the night before. Yeah, the night before. So, I want to say we went in on a Saturday, but it must have been Sunday. Oh! I'm like, what are we doing? Okay, so... Oh, it's gonna pull out the... Okay, so 1, 2, then that wall. Okay, so that's the wall in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64. Okay, 64. And in my build, you follow the path because I've gotten lost so many times. What did I say, 64? $64. Anyway, you follow the path because otherwise I get this feeling like I am totally lost. I have no idea where I am. If I can't see something in the distance that shows me where I am, I get totally lost. And I've done that several times where, the map is so big, which is a great thing. I love it. But, it's so big that I'm like, where am I? Okay, so 64. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, well, if this is going to be the spot... Okay. It's over there. If this is going to be the spot, then I know exactly that this does not have a window. Besides, this is pretty good for those people who, like, if they go up a stairway and can see outside, they'll freak out. This would be better for them. See, this is supposed to be like the emergency. And I didn't think that I was going to make the hospital this big, I guess. Because, I had Sean, like, Sean and Ashley were trying to get home. Sean and Ashley were trying to get home. So, so Rose could be delivered at home. And it didn't work out that way because he got to the gas station over here. Right there. And they were closed. So he couldn't get gas. And Rose was determined that she's going to be born tonight, you know. So I've had 2 kids, and the first one was like, I'll be born at 12:47 p.m. on a Sunday. Oddly enough, our son decided to be born at 10:59 p.m. on a Wednesday. Both church days. So I thought that was really cool. So we're at least going to get this marked out. I mean, you know, figured out where the walls are going to be. And that's not the right color. He didn't want to do stuff like that, but it's going to happen, so. Actually, I could have made this a little further back. Okay, that no longer makes sense to have glass over here because that's going to be part of the inside of the building. Maybe that's what we'll do, is the second floor of over here have like a big dining room area. No, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I don't know how, but we'll figure it out. But I'm not going to stay on here that long today because I'm still trying to audio that story. And if you don't know what that means, because it doesn't make sense to you, it just means that I'm trying to make one of my books an audiobook. And, you know, it's taken a lot longer than I thought it was going to. I started it last month, and I thought, okay, I'll just be able to go and copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. No, that doesn't work very well. I mean, it does work, but it wasn't working very well because then the AI voice, when you put two pieces together, wasn't saying things right. So I started typing it out. Well, I still have to work around typos when I'm doing that, because I have a lot of typos. I can type. I'm pretty good at it. I am like the fastest hunt and peck typist in the world, I would think. Um, that's not how I type. I actually took class to learn how to type. Um, but if I have to, I can hunt and peck type almost as fast as I can type. Or at least, a lot faster than normal people would hunt and peck. But anyway, moving on from that, because that's not how I'm typing. But moving on from that, I'm just trying to put it together, and I keep coming up with typos or stuff that I wanted to change in the story because it doesn't exactly make sense. Because I've got like a perfect memory of Ashley walking over to the table, putting the knife in the table and saying, "Draw that if you want to talk to me again." But I don't know if that's how the story actually went. I wrote it so long ago, and I've actually published it and everything. But I'm finding stuff that, doesn't quite make sense. So I'm like, okay, let's do it this way. Like last night, I had the bad guy walking Sean into the first room on the left, when from the direction that they were walking, it would be on the right. And I never noticed that before. Because it's like a old factory building. I said it was a house in the story, and I'm definitely gonna change that. But anyway, it's like an old newspaper building or old cereal factory or something. Well, the cereal factory's in Ireland, but and the place that we're talking about is in fictional Ireland and fictional France. So, anyway, I don't know how I'm gonna figure that one out. So this ought to actually be the bottom down here. I don't know. Because see, I've got everything up here. you know, you go up the thing and you go through the door and then you're stuck because there's no way to get out again. We'll fix that real quick. So it looks a little dorky, but at least the people will have a way to, you know, wipe off their shoes when it's raining. I don't know. So this is the big old ER area, you know, the emergency area. And that's like the clinic, you know, you got a runny nose, you go and, I mean, you know, you've had that runny nose for, you know, a week, you go and you find out why you're not getting any better. So yeah, I kind of think this needs to be down here. And then like, see, past these five is supposed to be a waiting room. So let's figure that out. 1, 2, 3, okay. Okay, this is taking longer than I was gonna spend on it, but, oops, 1, 2, 3, 4. That was weird. I don't know if that was in the game or if that was outside. Sounded like an airplane went by all of a sudden. But it definitely was all of a sudden. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then nobody's chatting. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I am trying to get better at that. I'm not perfect. I will be the first person to tell you that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Oh, that's what's wrong with this. Okay. I'm like, there's something wrong here, but what is it? So, anyway, right here is going to be the waiting room. Normally, there would have been, you know, some kind of waiting room kind of stuff here, but see, this is a hallway kind of thing. So, that doesn't make any sense. See, I just didn't know how to do, you know, how to lay it out the way that I wanted to. And then I'm like, you know what? Let's do it this way. And kind of turned out pretty good. Kind of. And I'm just making this up off the top of my head. How to do things on here. Because, you know, like when you go to the doctor, you are in the... Where'd I go? Okay, yeah. You're here in the waiting room. You're waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And it's taking forever. But, you know, finally you get called. Or at least it feels like forever when you're waiting. Because, you know, you're not feeling good. You're broken. You maybe, you know, got a nail stuck in your foot and, you know, you pulled it out, but you need a tetanus shot, you know, something like that. Sorry, I got graphic there. But, you know, there's a reason why you're there, and you just, you know, or at least I usually think that, you know, they're calling everybody else but me, and then all of a sudden they call you, you know. I know it's being a little bit ridiculous, you know, that to think that they're actually calling everybody but you, but it does seem like that sometimes. Like like the office where you get food stamps and maybe cash aid. Here in Carson City, I swear they call all the people who are not white first, and then they start calling, then they'll start calling some of the white people. But literally, if you're a white person, you need to, plan on being there for a very long time. And they yell at you if you're like sitting there, like if you're sitting there on your cell phone, reading a book or something. They go and yell at you because, you're supposed to be listening for your name. You're not supposed to be on your cell phone. It's like, what the heck? What am I supposed to do? Sit here bored? I had a whole list of books that I could have taken with me, but I can't read like that. Like if it's a noisy room, I get distracted. That's why, like, when I'm writing my books, I really want my husband to be there in case I need to ask, does this sound better? Does this sound better? And, he can be playing video games, whatever. As long as he pays attention when I ask him, whatever question it is. But then on the other hand, he's noisy and starts talking to people on the headset, and I'm like, can you just shut up for 5 minutes? But I really don't want him to. I don't mind him talking to people. It's just when he gets louder than I would like him to be. So it's not really one of those situations where you win, or where there can be a win. There just isn't. Okay. So we got that figured out. Yeah, I'm gonna end this in just a few minutes, so eventually we do need to go and build the grocery store, and then we can figure out the dentist office and the DMV and Department of Motor Vehicles. I don't know if that's what Ireland calls it, but for my books, that's what I called it because I'm from America and I didn't know what else to call it. I think I looked it up and that is what they call it, but I am not entirely sure, so I don't want to be giving people wrong information on my stream. I will be the first person to tell you I'm not perfect. I don't know everything. I know a lot of things, but I don't know everything. If you were just watching me on on my last stream, I was playing a couple of games of Jeopardy because I'm like, okay, normally when you watch Wheel of Fortune, you watch Jeopardy. And when you watch Jeopardy, you watch Wheel of Fortune. And I am sadly disappointed that the Game Show Network does not have, or I think it's Buzzer TV I watch a lot, doesn't have Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy. I am sad about that. Because I love those shows. Although they may still be on the air, I don't know. I thought one of them went off the air. And the other one has that actress from Big Bang Theory who used to be, if I remember correctly, on a show called Blossom. So, that was forever ago. I think I was in junior high, maybe early high school. Wow. That just seems like forever ago. It's weird though, because I still remember certain things from, you know, I still remember certain things from junior high. Like, I tend to remember bad things better than I remember good things, which is not good. To me, anyway. But, like, I remember the time when she told us to drain the meat, you know, because we were making spaghetti in home economics. She told us to drain the meat, but she didn't bother showing us what that meant or telling us what that meant. I'm like, you know, I took home economics because I'm like, okay, we'll be making, you know, cookies and brownies and stuff, and I'll learn how to make them from scratch. You know, so it'd be like really cool. And no, that was the year that she decided, I'm done making cookies and brownies and stuff like that. We're gonna make spaghetti and scrambled eggs and what else did we make? We made bread. I think I made peppermint bread. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. So I think I made peppermint bread. And I don't remember how it turned out either. But I know that, you know, we were supposed to drain the meat. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. So I just kind of stood there. So our spaghetti ended up not okay. It's like I wasn't, you know, nobody in our group knew what drain the meat meant. And nobody in our group apparently was smart enough to actually ask the teacher, what the hey do you mean by that? Oh, and what it means is, you know, how when you cook hamburger, you know, there's all that grease. You know, you're supposed to go and, like, my husband likes to go and put it into an empty, can. You know, like a can that had corn in it. You know, that kind of can. He likes to go and put it in there, and then once it solidifies, he throws it away. Well, I don't know if it actually solidifies, but it gets less runny, juicy, you know, because it's not good to put it down the drain. That will mess up your drain, and I don't know why it does it. Probably because it, sits there and solidifies, and then your water can't get through. There. So these are the rooms you go and you sit on the bed that isn't here yet, obviously. And we're not going to... Okay, so I've got an add-on, and we're not going to use the add-on beds because you don't need a giant bed when you're in the hospital. I'm getting tired of that. Anyway, there's a reason why... I'm hoping this works. There's a reason why we've got... why we've got the trees and why we've got windows on this side. We are... we is me. Nobody else works in this file but me. If I can figure out how, I would invite my husband and my sister, but nobody else. Oh, I can do that. Okay, cool. Now, you're probably going, well, those are big red square looking things. What the heck? How are you going to be able to see out the window? Easy. Easy peasy. I don't say easy peasy. It just sounded like something good to say. I might make a video. It's gonna be a short video. Like maybe 5 minutes or less, preferably less. But I'm thinking about making a video to show you guys how many typos I actually do have in one document. They're not actually in the document right now because, I've got the program to read the story to me. And then also I've got, I've got 365, and it's got a thing in there to read the document to you. And I love that. I love it. It reads it a little too upbeat for the scene that I was listening to, but I still love it. I totally appreciate it. It's awesome. And I'm hoping this works because if the tree can go through the barrier blocks, then it can go through the window again, and I'll have to think up something else. Yeah, because I was listening to it the other day, and it's a scene where the bad guy was hitting Ashley, and she's like, and Johnny hit Ashley. It's like, that's not the way to read it. It was it was reading it like everything's a nice, bright, sunny day. And it wasn't a nice, bright, sunny day that time. Ashley was getting hurt, so it was just kind of funny because I was, I've heard that story so many times, and I was listening to it with 365, and I'm like, that's funny. So I was totally laughing. Oh, look! Hey, most of the trees are grown! Cool. Or have all the trees grown? Most. Well, still, that's better than most of them not being grown. Like in other spots. Anyway, so at the moment I've either got 100 pages done or almost 100 pages done of that book. Part of it's the table of contents and the title page, stuff like that. So it's like almost 100 pages of the document, not necessarily almost 100 pages of the story itself, but I'm still really happy about it. And I will show you the trick I came up with. Some more pirate magic with, with Minecraft abilities, of course. In just a moment here. I'm gonna take it all the way up to the top where the black is. If there's trees on top of that, on top of the building, as long as they don't come through the roof, it should be fine. In case you haven't been taught the difference between the roof and the ceiling, the roof is this right here, and the ceiling is this right here. It depends on if you're inside or outside. And, talking about ceilings, we were being babysat once, and our babysitter did not understand about kerosene lamps. I guess he'd always had battery op or something like that. I don't even remember his name. Unless it was Johnny, and I don't think it was. But if it was, cool. But he did, you know what? Okay. Yeah, let's do one more up here, and we'll do one back. Just to make sure, because I don't want the tree, if the tree grows higher than what it is right now, I don't want it to be able to be seen through the roof. Anyway, so, actually, I think it was Jimmy. Might have been Jimmy. Anyway, whatever his name was, he didn't understand about kerosene lamps. So he goes and puts it on top of... I don't know what he put it on top of, because I don't remember us having a... Okay, so, we would have had to have a, entertainment center, but I don't remember us having an entertainment center that high. But anyway, he put that kerosene lamp, pretty close to the, roof. I mean, the ceiling. He put... There was like a shelf here, or whatever it was, and he put the kerosene lamp here, and then, lit the wick and turned it on. Only he had turned it up too high, so it was burning the ceiling. And I'm not saying that to make fun of him or anything like that. I am definitely not doing that. I am just pointing it out because, maybe it'll help somebody not make the same mistake. I knew about kerosene lamps because, and the reason why we were using the kerosene lamp is because the electricity had gone out temporarily. But, yeah. That could have been a scary situation, but, he turned it down real quick and, like, got it down off the shelf or something like that, I think. And then the lights came on, shortly after that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're putting a sidewalk all the way around this building. Although on this side it doesn't work so well because the trees, but, But I don't want to build the front of that building again. I've built it twice now. Not going to do it again. And, like if you can fit under the trees here, you don't get rained on. But if you're on the other half of the sidewalk, you will. Yeah. So, yeah. Normally I go and try to stream, I stream Dreamlight Valley from about 8 to 10, and then I do Roblox from 10 to noon. Pacific Standard Time, or whatever they're calling it now. And then Minecraft after that from noon to 2, or whenever I feel like quitting. But I've been working on my stories lately, and I really need to finish the next one. I mean, the audio story could wait, but I really want to finish it. It sounds so good. I just love making this audio story. It's awesome. I mean, even when there's, a little bit of a hiccup where, it makes a funny, it makes a weird noise, and then it says that, even at those parts, I'm just trying to come up with an example and a way for me to listen to my stories, without having to have 365 or whatever. Because I could put my stories on my tablet and be able to listen to them anytime I want. If you don't understand tablet, it's an Android iPad. If you don't understand iPad, it's like having a handheld baby computer. It's really cool because you can put your videos, like say you went to your grandson's birthday and you want to watch the video again, you can have that. You can have music on there. You can have, if you write books, you can have your books on there. If you read books, you can have your books on there. You can have, like, everything that you can have on a computer, you can have on the tablet, but it's more portable that way. So, like, if you're on that long train ride from in my case, Carson City to Fairfield, California, you got something to do. Although I was really, really worried, because I was trying to listen to all the stops to make sure that I got off the correct place, because I was all by myself. And I was freaking out a little bit, because I don't travel unless it's in a car that, a car that I can drive, that I know where we're going. I usually don't travel. I like to travel. I just don't like the freaking out part, because like when we went down to go see my sister, I was freaking out a little bit because there's a whole lot of nothing between our house and hers. On the road that we were traveling on. So, there's like towns and stuff, but, basically it was a whole lot of nothing. And, I mean, no offense to my sister, but I hope we don't have to go down there for a while. Although they're planning on moving to another state, far, far, far away from me, so like, we wouldn't be able to go visit them again unless we went on a plane, and then my husband's arm's gonna be bloody, so I don't think it's worth the aggravation. Because I do not like heights. Well, I don't like the idea that you could fall from them and get very, very, very hurt. So I don't think you're ever gonna get me in a plane, But that's the thing. I would like to go and, meet other people who play Minecraft, and stream. I think I would like to go meet them, but then is it going to be like it is in my head, where we're going to be like, getting together, building this big, massive thing, and then have to go home again? Or is it going to be, or is it going to be like, they act different than I do, so I'm going to freak out? I don't know. Okay, so, yeah, I said I wasn't going to be on here that long, and this is almost an hour. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, always take me saying we're not going to be on here that long with a grain of salt, because I will find something that we need to do. But like I said, I need to get that book finished with the audio, and then the next section is 8 pages. Oy, that's a lot. Yesterday's chapter only had 4 pages, but I did like 2 of it the night before, and then I did 2 of it yesterday. Those 2 pages took all day. It was ridiculous. I actually went to bed when I usually do, at 8 or 9 something, I think. So that was pretty cool. I got to watch the movie Groundhog's Day yesterday because it happened to be on Samsung TV On Demand. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know why it says On Demand, because usually if it says On Demand, you have to pay for it. But we haven't had to pay for Samsung TV at all because we bought a Samsung TV. So I don't understand how that works, but it was really cool. I got to watch Groundhog's Day. Just about every day I watch Murder, She Wrote. And, you know, that's what I've been doing, is putting on Murder, She Wrote and then working on my story. Sometimes I gotta turn Murder, She Wrote down a little bit so I can hear my story better, or I have to have my headphones on. That works the best because you can hear all the words, you know, when it's reading it to you. You can hear all the words and make sure that all of the words are spelled correctly. Okay, so I don't necessarily like thunder, even in a video game, but here I'm okay with it as long as I know what it is. Mostly. Okay, so as soon as we figure out where the sidewalk goes, we can put in some more forest trees and then figure out, I mean, we're not going to do that in this stream, but we can figure out some more forest trees and you know, maybe I ought to make this one Hospital 2. Except for it's not really Hospital 2, because I've been working on it a little bit here and there. I don't know. Another thing we need to do is put in more of the driveway. I mean, the parking lot. But that's another time thing. So, I was just thinking about that. On my Disney Dreamlight Valley, I've just got to talk to Pumbaa one more time. And that'll be done tomorrow. I just got to talk to him one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. And my star path will be done. Apparently it was a shorter star path, which I thought was a nice size for a star path. I mean, I don't mind the bigger ones. I really don't. But apparently it was a shorter one. I don't understand the shorter though, because it's like, you know, we had all the same stuff, and I think it was the time frame that we had to do it in. Like, usually we have 2 months or something like that, in like 60 days maybe, and this time we only had 45, but I got it done. I usually get my star path and stuff done early, so, you know, if I've got stuff to do at home, like maybe laundry, and writing my stories and audioing my stories. That's not a word, I don't think, but it works. You know, if I have that kind of stuff, then I can get it done, and I don't have to worry about my game getting in the way. Because usually Usually I will just go on here and I will... That is so weird the way that looks right now. I'm sorry, I got distracted. It's straight up and down, but it looks like the whole entire white part on that corner is going off to the left. That is so weird. Anyway, I go and make sure that I get the thing done so I can, do the other stuff that I need to do. Because when I go and play video games, I usually play whatever I feel like and then stream whatever I feel like. Like this morning, I was gonna do Dreamlight Valley and then I was gonna set it aside. But then I was like, well, I really need to do Jeopardy! And I think I've decided whether my sister likes it or not. I think I've decided that I want to go and put out Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy! On the same day. And the only reason why I want to do that is because usually when you watch the TV show, it's Wheel of Fortune and then Jeopardy! My sister says it was Jeopardy! And then Wheel of Fortune, but I remember it being Wheel of Fortune and then Jeopardy! And my grandparents would watch both of them. They'd also watch the the 2 o'clock news and then the 5 o'clock news and then the 11 o'clock news. Anyway, anytime the news came on, they'd go and watch that. I don't like watching the news personally, but there's people out there who do. But anyway, they'd always watch Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy! So I'm like, if there's people out there who miss watching Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy!, they might want to watch me play my game. Unfortunately, they have not come up with, they haven't come up with a AI voice that sounds like Alex Trebek. I don't even know if they have permission to do that if they wanted to, but they haven't come up with that. So you're sitting there and you're reading the answers and you gotta come up with the question, of course. But, it's just not the same. I think the video game should have read out the answers and then, you come up with the question. And it would be a lot better because, when there's big words in there, like Saskatchewan or something like that, which I believe is a place, anyway, when there's big words like that, then I wouldn't have to stumble over them. Because a lot of the times there's a big word and it's one that I don't normally read. And I'm not being able to answer the question because I was too busy trying to read the answer. And, I'm trying to read it out loud so everybody knows what's going on. That was the other thing I kind of came up with, is that maybe part of the building could be part of the college and, it's the nursing school. Yeah, my mind goes a mile a minute. I'm sorry. So yeah, part of what I'm trying to come up with on the story I'm supposed to be trying to write, and I get into, like, I want to write this story, and then I'm writing it, and all of a sudden, I'm like, I am so confused. And it doesn't work very well when I'm confused, so I set it aside for a few days, and then go and try it again, and yeah, I just haven't been back to it since I've been trying to turn this book into an audiobook. And I told them that's what I was going to do, is I'm trying to turn it into an audiobook for my own, for my self. And then, as soon as I'm allowed to, I will go and try to put this as a book for real. The only problem is that at the moment I don't have enough guy voices, because Sean's kidnapped and there's, a lot of guy voices in that scene, and it's just not working out the way that I wanted it to with the voices. But because like I've got the totally wrong voice for the head bad guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got a voice called Henry, but he reads everything like he is so totally bored and nothing matters, and I don't like that. But then there's these other voices like Liam, and he'd be perfect for some of my characters, but I can't use him because he's a pro voice, and that's $47 to get the pro voices. I already paid, you paid $47 to get the program, and then and it was a special offer thing, and then you pay $47 to get the pro version, and I have to wait until December. I mean, I realize December's, just like a month and a half away, but that just seems like forever for right now. Just seems like it, though. As I keep saying, nothing is horrible forever. You notice I never word stuff the same way twice. I mean, I do, but I don't all at the same time, so I'm driving myself crazy with this, but like the other day I couldn't remember my spiel at all. Well, it's not a spiel, because a spiel is like when you're trying to sell something. But I'm trying to, convince people that they are important and they do matter. And I just could not think of any of the words in my heartfelt message. I know I may do the same heartfelt message every single time. I'm not like Chris Provost from Park Pass, where he can come up with a different one just about every single time. And I love his messages. I love them a lot. And I wanted to make sure that I had something like that in mind, because it bothered me when I found out that Robin Williams, the way Robin Williams went out, it bothered me, because it's like, how do you not know that somebody's that upset? How do you get that upset that you don't know that somebody loves you? And I'm trying to prevent that. from it ever happening again. Because I'm sure somebody did love him. Maybe they still do. You know, like when I go to sleep, or when I go to sleep, I ask God to please tell my mom that we love her. I know the Bible says that they don't know us anymore after they get to heaven. But, you know, I ask anyway. Because, you know, of course, our hearts are still mentally attached to Mama. So like, every single night, ask him to tell her that. Anyway, I want to prevent, you know, stuff like that from happening, so I'm trying to make people feel better about being them. You know, if they're not feeling happy about being them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm actually pretty happy because we had a friend on Xbox that wasn't feeling happy about being her. Yeah, she just felt like she was in the worst situation in the world. And she wanted to... I still think that maybe he didn't do what we think he did, and that somebody else did it. Because, you know, it just seemed like that kind of situation. But anyway, we were able to talk her out of going the same route, you know? You know, she's going to be able to go to college or at least, you know, go out and get that first job, and things will get better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because roads in my world are 7 across, in case you're wondering why I'm just doing 7. I'm probably going to eventually put in more parking spaces. Usually hospitals have a lot of parking spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah, okay. I don't think ever enough, but they do have a lot of parking spaces. Cause like, my daughter, when she was 7 years old, had to get her appendix out. And I felt so bad. It was just horrible. Because, you know, we didn't have our own car at the time. And we couldn't stay until she got out of surgery. Because my father-in-law had to be to work the next day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But she, the weird thing was that, like, a muscle had, like, hold on. Okay, so a muscle had, like, made a pocket around her appendix. So it was hurting her, and, well, I guess it was hurting her. And, we knew that something was happening when she had come to visit us, because they were living with their grandparents at the time. Big ordeal. Not going to talk about it. But they'd come to visit, and, she was having tummy troubles then, too. And so we took her to the hospital. But the thing was that they couldn't do anything because she couldn't go to the bathroom. She couldn't do a number one in the cup, so they couldn't do anything about it. And wouldn't do anything about it. But then she got to go to Kaiser. Well, she ended up being the one in Roseville. But I don't know if they went to a regular, the clinic first and then, or what. I don't know all the details. I wasn't there. But either way, they ended up finding out it was her appendix. And it was like, is this normal? Well, it was happening to a lot of 7-year-olds, not just my 7-year-old, so. Anyway, I thought it was a little weird. Why would that happen all of a sudden? Was there a chemical in something that the kids got that caused that? I have no idea. Anyway, it bugged me. It kind of bugs me now that happened to a whole bunch of 7-year-olds. So eventually this is all gonna have trees just like that, because I don't remember what story it was, but they're going on, I don't know, Sean was going on a date with somebody. Okay, Sean was going on a date with somebody. And, the mansion's over there. He's coming up this street, and that's all you see on this side is a bunch of trees. And then later I came up with the car dealership and the houses on the left here, the apartments over here, and eventually the hospital. And then across from the hospital is the military base. That's all going to be blacktop eventually. I just haven't put it together yet. And, the lake is back there, and the college ended up over here. I've got to make a grocery store way over there. Yeah, it's supposed to be the grocery store. And then, okay, now that my ear's not itching, because, I put my headphones on, and then my hair starts tickling my ear, and it's not okay. Anyway, I'm pretty proud of this build. But anyway, it's supposed to be the grocery store and the dentist office and then the DMV. And I don't know where I'm going to put them, but they're supposed to be, well, the grocery store is supposed to be over by the high school, which is at the end of this road over there. And over here. Yeah, the town hall was supposed to be over here. And then it didn't fit because I didn't bother to actually, we'll have to check that out one of these days. Because that was a neat kind of build. Anyway. You know what? I think I will back that wall up and just make it be part of the sidewalk. Okay, so this thing over here is the high school. And like I said, there's supposed to be a grocery store here, and then the dentist's office, and then the DMV, and somewhere in there is supposed to be Mitch's garage. Mitch is the mechanic for the ship. And he's supposed to have a garage in here somewhere. And I think all of the other buildings are actually in this lineup, and we added a TV station. Now, if you're wondering why those birds are only flying so far. Oh, I was going to show you the thing. Yeah, okay. I forgot. Hold on. Anyway, so we got to build a few more buildings, and we'll be done. See, there's the hardware store. That's the bookstore. That's what I thought it was. The fancy restaurant. See, I realized I had to put the fancy restaurant over here because you're supposed to come up this road right here that leads straight from the mansion. And it was right there. So I'm like, okay, I have to move that down the street. And I went and built all this, the ice cream, banana split ice cream shop. You know, I ended up building all this stuff, and I think it looks pretty good. The junior high, and it looks a lot better than it used to. It still doesn't have that track around it. You know, like, it needs a path. But we'll figure that out later. In the library, I made it 2-story. I like the idea of a 2-story library. I actually like the idea of a 250-story library, but you can't get that. You can get like 35, I think it is. Well, the way I do them. Community center. I could not think of the word. I had to get closer. Elementary school based on Cleo Gordon in Fairfield, California. I think I did pretty good on that one, actually. This is the Little Leprechauns Preschool. I figured that's what they would call it if they were in Ireland. Sean's house and Sam Crenshaw's house. You'll notice back there, that's Walmart. Yeah, it kind of looks like a prison. It's supposed to. I don't like Walmart. But I built it because, I had built it because I'm like, as much as I don't like the politics in the store, you know, managers barking at you for doing what they ask you to do and stuff like that. As much as I don't like the politics in the store. Oh yeah, and the fact that they didn't stick up for me even though I didn't do it. Anyway, that I built the Walmart. I put in the story, so it's not called Walmart though. They're not getting that. It's called the warehouse store. And then Costco is the super warehouse store or something like that. Anyway, but you'll see that we have McDonald's. I added the play place, but it also does have the hair salon and the nail salon that most of them have. And then there's... Why did I do that? I still don't feel... Oh my gosh. Okay, anyway. And the... If the suit fits swimsuit shop, I think I used... Yeah, I used Pirate Magic here. So I need to put in some more shelves, though. I know that for a fact, but, I need to put in a lot more shelves. Yeah, because you go in, you, this even has a, fitting room. You know, so you can try on the swimsuit before you, you can try on the swimsuit before you buy it. And here is a back room, obviously not finished yet. And I could not get the water to not go through the barrier blocks, so we couldn't use Pirate Magic on that. We had to use glass. But we did use it for the walls. Hold on, I'm almost done. And then we're going to go back to the hospital and... So right now, the story I'm writing is part of Brandon's story. Brandon has a girlfriend named Allison. Well, when we first start that story, she's not the girlfriend, but there. Okay. No, the story that I'm working on, she is the girlfriend, but in Esperanza's party, she's not the girlfriend yet. So he takes another girl out into the woods. She decides that she's gonna... Oh, Pookies. How am I gonna do that then? He just takes her out there to kiss, not do anything else, but... that's not what I meant. It works. It's not what I meant, but it works. Okay. I was trying to put the water in here. Oh, hey, I wonder... Oh yeah, I can't get up that high. Never mind. Oh, yeah, I can. But I don't have that color right now, do I? Nope. I mean, I've got that color, but it's carpet. It's not the right thing. And then the post office and the bank. Parking garage for the hotel. I wasn't going to build that. I was going to have the bank be right here, but he walks down the street. So Sean's staying on the second or third floor, and he's not allowed to use his bank card, and he doesn't know why. So he ends up walking down the street to the bank. going inside, talking to somebody, and gets it all sorted out. But that's, later. Anyway, in another story, that building right there, the church, is very important because Sean and Ashley have a set of twins named Alan and Anthony. I think it's Anthony that gets brought in here, blindfolded, by the way. He gets blindfolded and I think tied up, and he gets put in the van, and he doesn't know what's going to happen, but he doesn't fight or anything. And then he's standing here, and his girlfriend is standing right about there. She's pregnant, but it's not his. She got pregnant by another guy. She didn't cheat on him or anything. They started dating after the baby. But anyway, and there's the uncle here, the dad here, the little brother of girlfriend here. He's videotaping the whole thing. And then there's corrupt preacher here. I say corrupt preacher because he's willing to do this. Anthony wanted to marry her anyway, but they got a white shotgun wedding instead of the wedding he wanted. Oh, here, let's yeah, let's